Ever wondered how you'd fare in a survival situation? What if you could turn to Mother Nature for help? In the harshest of circumstances, knowing your way around the natural world can be a game changer. Among the most valuable resources are medicinal plants. From the towering trees to the humble herb, Mother Nature has provided a pharmacy right under our feet. These plants have been used for centuries, long before modern medicine came into the picture. They've been applied to cure ailments, soothe wounds, and even combat life-threatening conditions. It's not an exaggeration to say that, in certain scenarios, the right plant could mean the difference between life and death. The ability to identify these plants, to discern their uses, and to utilize them safely, that's a skill set that can save your life. It's a marriage of knowledge and practicality that goes beyond mere survival. It's a way to thrive in the wild. Recognizing these life-saving plants is a skill that one should not underestimate. Now, identifying medicinal plants might seem like finding a needle in a haystack, but with the right knowledge, it's within your grasp. First things first, you need to know what to look for. The world of medicinal plants is diverse, and each plant has its own defining characteristics. Let's take leaf shape, for instance. If you're out there in the wild, you might come across a plant with broad, oval leaves. That could be plantain, a plant known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Next, we have flower color. Picture this. You're walking through a meadow and you spot a cluster of bright yellow flowers. You might have just stumbled upon a patch of dandelions, a plant that's not just a weed, but a potent healer, known for its ability to aid digestion. Plant height is another telltale sign. Say you're in a field and you see a plant standing about 2 to 3 feet tall, with clusters of tiny white flowers. That could very well be yarrow, a plant known for its ability to stop bleeding. But here's the catch. Mother Nature can be tricky. Plants can look similar, so it's crucial to cross-reference with reliable sources. Carry a good field guide with you or consult trustworthy online resources. You want to be absolutely sure about what you're picking. And remember, medicinal plants aren't limited to these examples. There's a whole world out there, from St. John's wort for its mood-boosting properties to echinacea, a powerful immune system booster. The key is to stay curious, stay observant, and keep learning. But the most important rule of all when identifying medicinal plants, if you're not sure, don't risk it. The wild is full of plants that can heal, but it's also home to plants that can harm. Always remember, when in doubt, it's better to be safe than sorry. Never ingest a plant unless you're 100% certain of its identity. We've got the identification part down, but what about the actual foraging? There's more to it than just picking leaves off a plant. So, let's dive right into the principles of safe and ethical foraging. First and foremost, we need to make sure we're not tampering with endangered species. The wild is already a fragile place, and we wouldn't want to tip the balance, would we? So it's crucial to know the plant's status before you go plucking away. Now you might be thinking, how do I know if a plant is endangered? Well, there are numerous resources online that can help you identify these plants. But remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about the flora around you, the better equipped you'll be to forage responsibly. Next up is obtaining permissions. If you're foraging on private land or in protected areas, make sure to get the necessary approvals. The last thing you'd want is to be mistaken for a trespasser. Now, let's talk about the actual foraging. It's not about ripping out the plant from the earth, but rather taking what you need in a way that doesn't harm the plant or its ecosystem. When you're harvesting leaves, for instance, don't strip the plant bare. Leave enough so the plant can continue to photosynthesize and thrive. If you're after roots, it's a little trickier. You'll want to only take a portion of the root system, leaving enough for the plant to regrow, and when it comes to berries, be sure to leave some behind for the wildlife that depends on them for sustenance. Remember, we're not the only ones who depend on these plants. There's a whole ecosystem that relies on them, so it's crucial we forage with respect and consideration. So, there you have it. Foraging is not just about taking from nature. It's about giving back and ensuring its survival. It's about being a responsible part of the circle of life, making sure we leave enough resources for the generations to come. Foraging is not just about taking from nature, but also giving back and ensuring its survival. So, we've covered the importance of medicinal plants, how to identify them, and how to forage them ethically and safely. Let's take a quick trip back through the wilderness we've traversed today. We started by understanding the undeniable significance of medicinal plants in survival scenarios. We've seen how these green gems of the wild can be our lifeline, providing relief from ailments, helping to heal wounds, and even saving lives in dire situations. Next, we delved into the art of identifying these medicinal plants. We've discovered that, with a keen eye and a bit of botanical knowledge, the forest can transform from a daunting maze into a treasure trove of healing herbs. We've learned to tell the difference between a helpful herb and a harmful look-alike. And we've seen that sometimes the most potent medicines are hiding in the humblest of plants. Then, we embarked on the journey of foraging. We've learned that this is not just about taking what we need from nature, but also about giving back, about preserving the delicate balance of the ecosystem. We've understood that foraging ethically and safely is a commitment to our environment and to our own survival. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But remember, this is just the beginning. The world of medicinal plants is vast and varied, and there's always more to learn. And here's the thing, survival situations don't come with a warning. They can pop up when you least expect them. That's why it's crucial to keep learning, keep practicing, keep honing your skills. Because when you step into the wild, you're stepping into Mother Nature's territory. And she doesn't play by our rules. She can be unpredictable, unforgiving, and utterly beautiful all at once. But with knowledge, preparation, and respect for her ways, you can not only survive, but thrive in her domain. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to survival. So keep learning, keep practicing, and you'll be ready when Mother Nature calls. As always, like, share, and subscribe for more survival tips. Until next time, stay prepared.